what is up with our money supply? Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? This is Silver Husky bringing you guys a video today about the money supply and the current state of what the heck is going on, right? So I know if you backtrack to maybe a year ago, even 6 months ago, if you would have told people that there was a run on coinage, right? Regular old clad and artificial copper coated zinc coins, things like that, people would say you're crazy. There's no way. Banks don't even want this stuff, right? There's no way that we're not going to have quarters available to us 6 months from now. Like, people would have said you're crazy. Fast forward to today, hey, it's a reality. This is part of life, that you can't even find this stuff at the banks. They're not giving it out. They're not handing it to anybody. And if you happen to be sitting on a significant amount of coinage, that's highly sought after. That's actually almost considered a commodity at this point. So with all that considered, I remember there being talk 6 months to a year ago about what happens when there is an economic downturn. Will we see a run on banks? Will we see a run on cash? And people still might say, oh, that'll never happen. You'll never run out of cash, right? You're never going to need this stuff, right? Fiat. What is this stuff, right? This is a Federal Reserve note. You can see it right there. Let me slide this over. Federal Reserve note. This isn't issued by the Treasury, not anymore. This is a promissory note, a repayment of debt. It's actually a transfer of debt by these bills. But yeah, I mean, they are what they say they are. Will there be a run on these? I don't know. Honestly, like I said, a year ago, we didn't think that there would be a run on these, but here we go, and we're in a new era. Things are different. You can't even go outside without a mask, at least not where I live. None of the stores will let you through the door if you don't have a mask on. So what is the big deal? Why is it that we're running out of coins? There's been a few videos that have come out on it. I know Salivate Metal's been talking about it a little bit, and even the news channels now, they're picking it up and they're discussing where all the coins are going. It's because we're not having normal commerce, whatever you would want to call it. Like, commerce is not functioning, operating the way it normally would. We're not going out and about. We're not buying stuff and exchanging bills for coins, running to your Coinstar and turning them in. So there is a shortage, right? Also because people are getting sick and staying home. So places like the Federal Reserve or their local locations where they might distribute these coins, they're kind of running on limited staff. So though currently there is not a run on these, right? There is a run on these. So if you have them, awesome. You're in a good situation. And if you can afford to, turn them in and let people have some coinage so that you can have an even exchange or a fair exchange of your bills. Something I want to show you guys, the only reason, right? People will call me crazy for having so much cash on hand, but that's kind of like a prepper stack, right? And I know that a lot of people who are in the coin collecting, numismatics, but also silver stacking community do have a little bit of prepper in them, right? Maybe not a whole lot, but they got a little bit of prepper. Maybe you got some N95s, you got some MREs in the basement or whatever it might be. But there is a little bit of prepper in you. And let me tell you right now, the benefit of having cash on hand, you notice all this denomination is all 20s, right? I don't have hundreds, although I think hundreds would be fine. They take up less space. But the 20s, the reason those are important are if things did go to hell in a handbasket, right? And I'm not saying they will, but if they ever did, right? If they ever did, you're going to be able to immediately exchange money for a good or service, right? And what I mean by money, I don't mean like real silver money. I mean this paper fiat stuff. You'll be able to exchange fiat for goods or service because it will be recognized right away. It might be some time before people realize, oh, that stuff is garbage. It's not worth anything. And then they start looking at things of real monetary value, like an American Silver Eagle or a fractional piece of silver or a 1964 silver coin. One thing I did want to bring up, way back in the day, you look at this is not a Federal Reserve note. What's the mark on that? United States note, right? This was actually issued by the Treasury. So way back in the day when our Treasury issued bills, this is what you would get. And this is a red seal. This was actually a giveaway win, which I thought was awesome. And just for those of you who do collect bills, and I don't, this is one of the very first bills that I've ever gotten. I know that there's ways to search to see if bills are rare, if these serial numbers on them are rare. Big hint would be to Google this number. If you Google this number, maybe something would happen. Maybe it would tell you something, that there might be some value behind it. So if you wanted to Google that number, that might be a cool thing. But anyways, just kind of getting away from the point. Just discussing with you guys that there is a coin shortage right now. So if you have coins and you're willing to turn them in, I'd say go ahead and do it. I'm planning on I still haven't done it, planning on taking these to the bank and trying to swap them out for some quarters, because I do still want to roll hunt quarters. They're not going to take big rolls of halves and swap them out for quarters, because they can't really use the halves. But these dimes are worth, I would say they're worth almost more than the quarters. Reason being is these can give people more exact change than a quarter can. Just like half doesn't really give you close to exact change. It's closer than a dollar bill, but that's rounding it to the 50 cent. This will round it to the dime. Nickel's even better than dimes. And of course the pennies, hardest to come by, right? So with that said, hope this was kind of informative for the state of the union, state of the country. And if you're in another country, maybe you're not suffering from the same problems we are. But of course, if you are a prepper, you might already have a stack of cash. If you do, that's awesome. It never hurts to have a little bit set aside. And yes, I understand that a stack like this is losing its value year after year based off of inflation. I get that. But I'd still rather have the security of knowing that I have a little bit of disposable liquid currency in my pocket so that I can exchange it for a good or service should I ever need to. And should I not need to, hey, no worries. At least I got some sitting aside, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. As you guys know, we have a awesome giveaway going on right now, and I'm releasing these videos, and in these videos, embedded somewhere in there, there is a secret code or message that you got to pick up on. Take those cues and follow the instructions. And if you respond, you get an entry to win I believe it's 6 grains or 0.85 grams of gold, replica American Gold Eagle, made by the the Columbia Mint, right? So it's a tiny little piece that looks like almost the size that a Lego man can carry. But anyways, I'm going to do an update video at the end of the week, just to let you guys know where we're at. But the video should have been released by then. So I hope you guys enjoy the scavenger hunt, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. See you guys real soon.